Lewis Hamilton has taken a first glance of Red Bull's RB18 at testing in Barcelona, with a tactile walk past the garage of Mercedes rivals. After Red Bull unveiled a show car instead of their actual motor weeks ago, the RB18 is finally in the public eye at preseason testing at the Circuit de Catalunya. Well, let's see what the reaction of Lewis Hamilton to Red Bull's new car. Without further ado, let's begin. Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen are once again expected to be racing at the front of the grid this season, but shakedown tests at other teams have raised some fears about wheel-to-wheel racing. Mercedes are just one of 4 teams left to unveil their new liveries for the 2022 season, with the grid set to look vastly different from years gone by. Red Bull will become the second F1 team to reveal their 2022 car to the world when it pulls back the curtain on February 9th, following Haas, who have already shown off their livery for the coming season. Despite that, one Red Bull chief has confirmed there will still be plenty of work for the team's engineers to do between the reveal and the start of the season. To give him the best chance of doing so, his Red Bull team did everything they could to make sure the Dutchman had a car which could compete with the mighty Mercedes in terms of performance. While their efforts proved to be successful in the end, it did mean that there was less time during the season to get a head start on development of their 2022 car. It has led to some speculating that Red Bull might be at a disadvantage compared to some other teams who were able to begin their work on their latest creations at an earlier stage. Testing for the 2022 campaign is a little over 2 weeks away, so fans will not have to wait long to see the new-look cars in action. It is only then that the teams will be able to get a real idea of whether or not their engineering ideas over the winter have worked. With only a short amount of time until the start of the new season, teams are starting to get to the point where they're putting their finishing touches on their high-powered creations. Red Bull, according to advisor Helmut Marko, are cutting things a bit fine. Last year, the team deliberately got everything polished off early on the RB16B. They were hoping it would help them make a faster start to the season, and they got their wish as Max Verstappen took pole in Bahrain. If you're enjoying the video, then make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more amazing videos just like this. And of course, it ended up being an extremely successful campaign for both teams and drivers, as the Dutchman won his maiden driver's title and Red Bull pushed Mercedes all the way in the Constructors' Championship. Despite that success, the team has dedicated to go back to old habits and leave things late this year, according to Marko. Horner echoed these concerns as he spoke at an unveiling of the new RB18 car on Wednesday. "We're aiming very much to build on what we achieved last year, so the target is to try and obviously retain the title," the team principal said. The big unknown is, have we missed something with these regulations? Has another team stolen on March because of the focus and efforts that went into 2021? Such an admission will be music to the ears of Hamilton, who looks set to be on grid when F1 returns next month, and will be on a mission to exact revenge on the man who denied him a record 8th world title last time out. One of those teams tipped to potentially challenge at the front end of Ferrari, who began serious work on their 2022 car after introducing a power unit upgrade to their previous machines early in the second half of last season. Spanish outlet Marca has claimed it has a source within the Italian team which told them the engine data looks very good, enough to be on par with Honda and Mercedes in 2021. Sky Sports F1 pundit and former racer Karan Chanduk has also talked up the possibility of a Ferrari challenge, claiming that the team feels they have made big gains on the power unit side. Red Bull themselves are wary of a potential challenge from the prancing horse in 2022, as revealed by the team's sporting director Jonathan Wheatley. You can get snippets of information from other teams, but you don't know if they're telling you the truth or just trying to make you worried, he said in a podcast appearance last month. Basically, you have to look at your own office desk and you have to do the best job you possibly can with that. Ferrari certainly, the power unit looked very strong at the end of the year. They were clearly the third fastest team at the end of the year. They've got a great driver lineup as well. I wasn't sure whether they would gel together as drivers, but they seem to have done that very well. I think Ferrari will be the big unknown, or possibly the big threat this year. The 7-time world champion is looking to gain every edge possible over reigning world champion Max Verstappen. With the Briton seen early on day 1 of testing strolling past the garage for a close inspection of the changes Red Bull have made to this year's car, Hamilton will have noticed the side pods on Red Bull's car, a clever variation to most of their rivals. The reveal event, Marco says, will be more for fans and sponsors to see the livery and will not give away any details of their actual racing design to rivals. Changing from a successful strategy in 2021 back to their old timescales seems an odd decision in isolation, but, as Marco explains, there is a reason for their deliberate tardiness. The rules remained the same last year, so we could have cars ready much earlier, the long-serving advisor added. The actual RB18 has a distinct undercut on the side pods combined with a narrow inlet. It is an interesting concept that differs from their rivals ahead of a new era in F1 with new rules and regulations. Red Bull have included a pull rod suspension as opposed to a push rod front suspension. Although the rear includes a push rod, just like the suspension layout of the McLaren. The nose of the car is also a variation on some of their rivals, as it does not go all the way to the front, and instead joins with the second wing element. Hamilton will also be able to take in Verstappen behind the wheel, as Red Bull hand the car to their prized asset for all of Wednesday's practice. While Thursday will see Sergio Perez take over, in contrast to Mercedes, who are splitting each day between Hamilton and George Russell depending on the season. That's all, guys. Let me know down in the comments section below. What are your thoughts about it? For more interesting content, give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more awesome content. Have a nice day, and I will see you in the next video.